Good evening, Crown Confederation, and welcome to part 3 of Wizard 101. Last we left off, we finished Unicorn Way as well as our enrollment, and talked to Malorn Ashthorn, who taught us the Ghoul spell, which is currently in our deck right here. So right now we're going to go talk to Lincoln to finish up our enrollment, and then we'll go from there. Oh, so nice to be back in the world of Wizard 101. I think they still have the decorations for their 16th
You've met your
anniversary.
professor. Great! You can train spells in your school for free, but to learn other school spells, you must spend training points. Here, I'll give you one now. Use it to start training a secondary school. And if you change your mind later, see me to buy back training points. Anyway, now that you're enrolled, you get your own dorm room to store items and decorate however you want. This is the boys' dorm here, and this is the girls' dorm. You can also use the Go Home button to reach your dorm room from anywhere. Once you get settled in, report to the headmaster.
Alright, so if we pop into the dorm here, you can see it literally as a college dorm. In a second. There we go. You have a bed, a nightstand, a desk, a stool, a chest for your bank, and 2 slots. I can't do anything with the inventory because it's still loading. But I currently don't have any housing. So, we'll go talk to the headmaster and finish our enrollment. Maybe we can start actually going to school instead of fighting demons on the street. Maybe. I have a feeling that's not how it works, but whatever. How's it going, Merle?
You're officially enrolled now? Then let me formally welcome you with this new healing spell. Let me also introduce you to our resident advisor, Abby K. Doodle. She can tell you all about our many electives when you have time. But on to more serious matters. It seems the troubles in Unicorn Way were but the tip of an evil iceberg. While you were gone, chaos erupted all over the city. Undead run amok in the streets, and our former allies have turned against us. Malastare must be behind this.
Oh, I bet.
Your victory on Unicorn Way makes you the perfect person to deal with this crisis. I foresaw you might save Wizard City. Now's your chance.
Way to dump that on me. I just finished one street and barely got enrolled, but sure.
Go to Old Town and talk to Sergeant Muldoon immediately. We must set things right and discover Malastare's goal in all this. Good luck.
One last word before you embark on your quest. I've tried to answer most of the questions you'd have, but there is much more to tell you. If you haven't looked into your spellbook yet, click on the book in the bottom right of your screen. Click on the question mark tab. Many of the questions you might have are answered in the help pages. Oh, good luck, young wizard.
All right.
Come to me. I am just outside the duel arena on Unicorn Way.
So I believe this is the quest we already completed. So we'll talk to Abby.
Oh, wow! You look new. Are you new here? Have you met all the professors? Have you picked a school? Oh, have you tried electives? You've gotta try electives. They're a great break from dueling, and you can get all sorts of great things from them. Oh, you just have to let me show you around Wizard City and all the amazing things you can do here. Follow me outside.
All right, Abby.
This is a side quest. By default, your quest arrow will continue pointing you toward your next main story objective. To have it point to this quest's goal, press Q, then select the City Tour quest. Once this quest is complete, the arrow will point to the main quest again.
Yep, so I'll swap out that and then go on Abby's tour of the electives.
This is the Commons, a gathering place for wizards of all schools and skill levels. It's also where you learn to, wait for it, fish! I know! We can fish here with magic. Just talk to old Lucky Hookline to learn all about it.
Ah, that's right. Fishing's a great way to find unique items. You can even get aquariums to display your best catches from all over the spiral.
And if you're planning on traipsing all over that there spiral, give your feet a rest with a mount. It'll really speed up your exploring.
You should talk to old Zeke whenever you see him. And I swear I see him everywhere. You get training points for helping him. And this is Eloise. She can stitch your gear so you can upgrade it, but keep your style the same. Now let's move on.
Nice. Commons is pretty busy, so I'm going to swap realms just to give my computer a break from everything it's got to load. There we go. So now we'll head into Golem Court. Over here's the carnival area. I don't know what the portal keeper is. That's new. Ah, you can craft gold skeleton keys with fortune coins. Or spellements with fortune coins. Azoth. Huh. Interesting. Claw, Dreamwater, Event Element, Lore Element. Okay. I'm not sure about how you get these fortune coins, but whatever. And Sabrina, I can learn spells from you. At level 10, I can learn Death Shield, which will come in handy. And the potion vendor is where we fill up the potion flask.
This is Golem Court. This place is brimming with excitement. Sometimes, I hear, evil necromancers attack this place. And sometimes, nothing does. And, oh, there's Farley, the Wizard City gardener. That's exciting, too.
Gardening is indeed exciting. You can raise crops in your dorm or house that yield all kinds of items to aid you in your journey.
Gardens also make for prettier landscapes, perfect for my specialty, photomancy, magical portrait making which lets you preserve still images.
I know, right? There's so much to do here, and we're not even done. But let's take a quick breath. Inhale, exhale, and get back to basics. Because when it really comes down to it, almost everything you do makes you better at dueling. So let's go meet the Duel Master.
Alright. So, Farley the gardener, we can't do gardening yet, but we can talk to Annie Shutterbug about photomancy.
Oh, hello! You must be the famous young wizard everyone's been telling me about. I'm Annie, Wizard City's new resident Shutterbug. Tell me, have you ever wished you could archive your awesome accomplishments, save striking scenes, and immortalize interesting entities? Well, now you can through the captivating art of photomancy. Photomancy allows you to capture a picture of your surroundings that you can go back and view anytime, anywhere. While mastering the art of photomancy takes practice and talent, taking a simple photo couldn't be easier. Here, I'll show you the basics. To bring up your viewfinder, press the Z hotkey, or use the photomancy page in your spellbook. The boundaries of the viewfinder represent the edges of your photo. Think of it like the frame for the view you're trying to capture. There are two basic photo modes, normal and selfie. Normal photos are taken from behind you, and selfies are taken facing you. You can also choose to hide yourself in the photo for those times when you want to focus on the scenery, or maybe you're having a bad robe day. You can zoom in and out using the scroll wheel. Just be careful not to zoom too far out or in, or you risk losing focus on your subject. Once you've snapped your photo, it's then stored in the Photomancy album in your backpack. Space is limited, so be discerning. Okay, enough chit-chat from me. You should go give Photomancy a shot for yourself. Just press Z and take a photo right here.
Alright, so I press Z. I'll just take a picture of Anne.
Wow, you're a natural photomancer. I can't wait to share more tips of the trade with you. I'll be sure to call you as soon as my studio opens. Until then, the only advice I have is to go out and take lots and lots of photos. Have fun with it. Oh, and don't forget to say cheese. Hey there, friend. Now that you know the basics of photomancy, it's time you bring your skills into focus. Photomancy is more than just capturing moments in time. You can use it to capture quest goals, too. Allow me to demonstrate. When using photomancy for questing, your subject, or goal target, must be in range, or as we say in the biz, in focus. You'll know your subject is in focus when you see their name appear in your viewfinder. That's all there is to it. Of course, the only way you're going to master this element of photomancy is to practice. Go snap a photo of Hilda Brewer in the fairgrounds, Mr. Lincoln in Ravenwood, and Sergeant Muldoon in Old Town. Have fun!
Perfect. So photomancy is literally just the in-game way of saying, you know, take photos of things. Sometimes there's reagents around the tower, so I'm just checking. I'll grab this side quest from Regina.
Hi, I need help. I'm trying to finish this science fair project for Professor Baelstrom, but those golems stole my materials. I really need those back. I've got a few more preparations to make, so if I have to fight the golems too, I'm sure to be late. If I'm late, I'll get a bad grade and... Wait a minute. If you retrieve them for me, I can finish my project and still be on time. I'll need the enchanted wood from one of the wooden constructs in the golem tower.
Alright, that's just the science fair. I'm not going to do that yet because that's a big dungeon. So I'll just focus on the photomancy for now while also continuing the tour. So Hilda Brewer is our potion lady. So we'll get her in view. Taking a good photo. Can grab one of Mr. Lincoln as well while we're here. We'll pass through Ravenwood. Snap a quick picture of you. That hasn't unlocked yet. So Sergeant Muldoon in Old Town. We'll make sure that we're going the right way. Unicorn Way, yes. Abby ran that way. So we'll go there first. Get that taken care of. The more XP, the better. So that everything can
Wizard,
be
allow me to introduce the Ravenwood Duel Master.
Diego Santiago Rodriguez Ramirez III at your service, young wizard. Abby tells me you wish to learn of the arena, yes? Ah, but the arena, she is not for the faint of heart. She holds a contest like no other, where wizards duel one another. Do not enter unprepared.
Oh, don't worry about that, because the next stop on our tour is the shopping district, where you can prepare for anything.
So Diego is in charge of the PvP area as well as Arc Mastery. What I'm actually here for is this merchant, because they sell wands that if we right click, instead of having 5% accuracy for all schools and all this cards, we get this strike card, or we can pick different ones based on our school. Now, if you've played card games before, you kind of know that decks you want small so that the cards you need come up more often. And another thing is I am Death School, so I want a one hit that is going to do the opposite of the school, because then I can break shields that potentially... Oh, this is a good... potentially block my damage. Like, say, for example, they have a life... And this is, of course, getting into some deep strategy. Sell that wand. But if there's a prism that switches the damage from death to life, but they have a life shield open, then it will destroy it. But if I can whack the life shield with a life hit, then that works. I could also have gone with a death hit, but the problem is that also activates a good chunk of my traps. Oh, also, Prospector Zeke has a quest for me, who gives training points, so let's talk to him. Find the Smiths.
Why, hello there, young wizard. Name's Zeke, Prospector Zeke. I've been all over the place, exploring the different worlds along the spiral. Each world I get to, I always find something people are gone and forgot. Like them dwarf-like fellers called the Smiths. Say, you and might help me out, would you? Those Smiths are hiding all around Wizard City. They don't do much good where they are. Locate them and let me know where I can find them, and I'll pay you kindly for your trouble.
Yep, so every world Zeke has a quest like that, where you have to go to every area and find some sort of object, and they don't give you the helper arrow, so I will point out where they are. Like, for example, in the Commons, the Smith is back here. You can just stand on top of it, and then it activates it. So we'll go around and collect the few that we have, just to prevent needing to go back and forth and back and forth. And also, I kind of have the locations of the Smiths memorized but that's just because I've played through Wizard City so much. Crocotopia, the next world, I think I also have down pretty good, but it's one of those, the further I get, the more I forget. Marleybone, the third world, is typically where I get stuck on trying to remember where they are. But it's usually never anything too bad. They're usually out in the open unless you're in one of those high-level worlds that, you know, really hides them, like in a dungeon or something. But I don't think it starts out that way. Now, as far as what I'm going to use the training points for, typically what you'd want to do is you'd want to train the Death School, because the Death School has a spell called Feint, and it's very powerful in the sense that it gives a plus 70% to any damage, so it could be fire damage, ice damage, whatever, to an enemy, but it gives you a plus 60 trap on yourself. And it's extremely powerful because it's basically the glass cannon style of you hit them before they can hit you, and then everything works out. And especially because they're multiplicative. So say if there's a 30% trap and a 70% trap, then it would be the 70% damage, and then that damage multiplied by 30%. So it gets exponential really fast and can do crazy amounts of damage. There's actually an achievement for doing 1,000,000 damage in combat, and basically it boils down to using your cards correctly, which also boils down to, for example, the treasure cards. So if you have a treasure card version of the same trap, like say it's a death trap and a treasure card version of the trap, we'll sneak through here, then they will stack, and it will count in both ways. So it's actually really in-depth, the strategy, but you have to get there, and that's usually where people fall off, because this game is a membership-based game. So a lot of people fall off on it because it's just, you have to pay money to it. Here's the Smiths and Unicorn Way, by the way, in the corner. And we'll teleport back to the comments. Because you have to spend a good chunk of change. Ultimate. Okay. So we are good to keep moving. I'll let Abby go on her spiel here.
Here is your go-to source for anything you might need. Wands, robes, pointy hats. It's all here. You can also get better card decks, pet supplies, furniture for your dorm, new houses and jewels, or visit the magic mirror to change your look. If your gear lacks a little something, this is the first place you should come to improve it. But if you're light on gold, just come this way.
Yeah, I don't think anyone really uses the shopping district. I know Maxwell Sharp is about rating the stitch, which basically means when you're max level, you stitch gear with stuff that looks good with the stuff for your stats. Deck, there's housing. Castle block is like magic blocks. So say you want a door to magically appear and magically disappear, you'd use that. If you come back here, though, you can grab this mushroom and get the smith that's back here as well. I'm not going to worry about the flax because I still have no idea what that's for. So I'm not too worried about it. And then you got Majid, the loyalty genie. So if you're a member, you earn these stars, and then you can use the stars to pay for packs and tokens, stuff like that. The battle badger, if you have all 12. But I take care of it a different way and not membership.
So you're a young student, you don't have all the gold in the world. I know what that's like. But you still need gear, 'cause, you know, monsters. That's why you come to Old Town's Bazaar, run by Mr. Alex Silverfist.
Yep, that's me. If you have items you don't need, just come to me to put them up for auction so that other wizards can buy them from you.
Alex Bazaar is a great way to turn all your non-school gear and things into gold. But another way to get good gear is to just make it.
Ah, yes, there's nothing more satisfying than a magic wand you carved yourself. Come see me when you're ready to learn the fine art of crafting.
And I think that ends the tour? I know, it's so sad. But now you know you can fish, craft, auction, duel, garden, walk, and, something else. Photomance! I knew I was forgetting something. Oh, and buy stuff. You can do that too. Anyway, hope you love the tour. See you around, Wizard.
Thanks, Abby. So there's Mistwood over there, but I'm gonna actually do a pro strat here, because I know the crafting lady has her quest, and the first step is to gather Mistwood as a tutorial.
Greetings, young wizard. So, you're interested in learning about crafting? Wonderful. Let's get started with your first lesson. The first rule is to have a clean, well-lit place to work. For that, you'll need a basic crafting table. I'm happy to make you one if you can gather the supplies. We'll need some mistwood. You can find mistwood growing all over Wizard City. Bring the mistwood back to me, and we'll soon have you a nice new place to work.
Yep, so she asked for us to gather some mistwood, and I know, because I just saw it. Gold Cap, you're new. I don't remember you. Badge leaderboard. Oh, there's a leaderboard for badges now. Interesting. Gather the flax, even though I just said I'm not going to. And then grab the mistwood. Complete that, and also the smith is just back here behind this house. So that's good. And then let's talk to Gloria to get the next step of the crafting quest going.
That mistwood should do nicely.
Miss Tangletree gets to work with hammer, plane, and saw. In a few moments, you have a nice little work table.
Now, with a basic crafting table, you have a place to work.
Indeed, it's like Minecraft all over again.
Now, with your work table, you can begin to learn the fine trade of crafting, making your own items. First, you should place the basic crafting table in your dorm room or castle. Your first assignment is to make 2 daggers of absolution. You should have no difficulty. You'll need to buy a recipe from me and then gather the required ingredients. When you've got all your ingredients, use your basic crafting table to make the athames. When you have made 2 daggers of absolution, bring them back to me and I'll award you a novice crafter badge. So remember to bring them here when you're finished. Good luck. I can't wait to see them.
Yep, so we get a basic crafting station, and then if we go recipe shop, we need Dagger of Absolution, which she sells for 64 gold, which requires 2 sapphire, 4 coal, 2 mistwood, and 2 cattails, so 4, 4, 8, 4. So we'll buy that. I'm not going to buy the ingredients just yet, but I will be collecting cattail and mistwood as we move around. We've got Private Gilderstern with another side quest. Oh, mistwood. Got to be on the lookout for all the reagents, because crafting gets in-depth very quickly.
Well, hello there. I've not made your acquaintance yet. It's always good to see fresh faces here in Wizard City. I wish I had studied to become a wizard instead of, becoming a town guard.
Again with this. Yeah, there's wizards. You're just a dude with a spear. That's not as cool.
Say, I found this book on one of the benches while I was strolling to work this morning. It looks important, and I don't have time to drop it by the library. Would you take it there for me?
Yes, I guess I can do that. Oh, I see more mistwood. Perfect. Might be able to craft these really soon then. And cattail spawned. What is happening? This is so good. Alright. So it says Sergeant Muldoon. We will wait on that. Teleport to the Commons to talk to Harold, our treasure card seller at the library. More cattail. My word. Everything's just coming together. Is that present over there? Is that decoration or... Oh. Cool. I got a treasure card and a 7-day amount. Grab some more reagents because I know we're going to need them. Gets out of hand very quickly if you're not on the lookout. Again, I don't know what the flax is for, but... Alright, Harold, what you got?
You say you are returning a book that someone dropped? You are quite a good sport to take time out of your day to do that. Thank you for doing that. Oh, hang on there. This book does not belong to the library. Inside the cover it states property of Sabrina Greenstar. She probably dropped it on her way to the fairgrounds. You best give it to her yourself.
And thus begins the MMO repetition in which you talk to someone, walk away, talk to someone, walk away. This isn't so bad, but the second arc is really where things get a little crazy, a little out of hand. With like over 300 quests in one world, just to make the world seem super big and powerful, when in reality it's just kind of padding it. Hey Sabrina, I found your book.
You are returning the book I left on a bench? I didn't have one with me today. Maybe I lost it last week. Oh, that book. I gave that one to Regina for her to use as research for a science project. She's just inside Gollum Court if you want to give it back to her.
Well, how kind of you, but you know I'm helping with that science fair, right? That science fair project probably doesn't need the book anymore. But what do I know?
I left my book on a bench? What book?
Her eyes get big when you hand her the book.
Oh, yes! This has all the notes I was taking on my science project. I'm sure glad you found this. It was a lot of work for me. Thank you ever so much.
No problem. That brings us to level 6. And people wonder why I do side quests. So I can have the extra health. Because, whoa, Phoenix. Phoenix firework. Man, I'm going to miss when all the decorations go down. 16 years of this game. It's not, I wouldn't say it's as good as other ones, but it definitely has the lasting power, I'll tell you that much. Which I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. Because, I mean, I'm part of that group of people that keep it alive. Alright, Sergeant Muldoon, I know you're here for photomancy, so I'll take your picture.
Beware. Beyond these gates, the city's gone mad. Wait, you're the hero of Unicorn Way. The headmaster sent you to help. Thank goodness. We've got undead all over the place. Every cursed spirit and vile ghost we sealed away has broken free and attacked the city. Nowhere is safe. Now what? Oh, it's a pet. They're kind of like a wizard's familiar. They help out in all sorts of ways, from discovery to dueling. But it shouldn't be in that tower. That's the caretaker's tower. Nobody's been in there since old Judd, the keeper of the cemetery, passed. Oh, right. Undead. Wizard, go with the pet, work together, and find out what's happening in that tower.
Now, this would be where the introduction to pets is actually supposed to be, but we earned our Sheriff Lulu from a boss fight.
You now have a pet egg in your inventory. Once it hatches, you can equip the pet just as you would a wand and bring it into the tower.
So now I have a second pet, which is Constable George, a black cat. Now I'm actually going to equip this one because in real life I also have a black cat. So it fits perfectly.
No, I lost! I can't believe You, other wizard! Hurry! You have to help!
You shouldn't have come to this tower. No, shouldn't have done that. Gonna interfere with things don't concern you. Like my plan to turn all pets into zombie pets, You'll see you will. When it comes to pets, sometimes undead is better.
If you have a pet equipped, it can help you in battle.
Indeed. Alright, Constable George. Oh, he can't help yet. So we'll equip our death trap and show off the new power. The new power of the new spells. Oh, he's natural attacking me. And I resist death now because of my gear that has death defense. Which, I don't know why you're Storm. But, I can show off the necromancy part of the school now. Your life force is mine. And healed back to full. Like nothing happened.
Well, I know when I'm whooped, but I threw the key to my pet kennel into the kennel itself, I did. You can't get through those bars, no how.
What? That's terrible! We have to get into that kennel. But how? Huh? Oh, I'm Penny Dreadful. I'm new here. When I saw this zombie guy stealing the pets, I tried to stop him and I guess I need more practice. You were great though. But I don't suppose you have any shrinking spells to help us slip through those bars? Oh! What about your pet? It's pretty small. Can you command it to go into the next room and get the key?
Indeed,
You are
I
now
can.
commanding your pet, allowing you to get to places and see things wizards can't. Use this ability to enter the next room.
And now I'm Constable George. And then this tooltip is talking about pet snacks. I'm going to hide it. It just is pet. You can feed it to pets. Or feed snacks to pets, and it helps them level up because they have a whole leveling system for them. So we'll collect the key and head back down to Penny Dreadful and unlock the door. I don't know why he hops like that instead of just running, but it's pretty adorable, the hopping. Constable George. Alright, we got it.
Now that your pet has retrieved the key, you can unlock and enter the next room.
Great! Now let's go save all those poor pets.
So I'll head up there. Talk to Penny again. Oops.
Ah, these cells have combination locks and only old Judd would know the code. I mean, maybe the captive pet saw him put in the correct combo, but I don't speak pet. Do you? I'm seriously asking. Maybe we can guess the combo. Let's see. 00001. Nope, not it. 00002. Not it. Oh, forget it. This is ridiculous.
Time to ruin immersion. So in the voice, it was 4 zeros, but in the text, it's 5 zeros. I don't know why.
Our only sensible option is to find some way to talk to these captive pets and get the combo.
Well, good thing I've got Constable George, who can talk fluent in pet speakies.
Yep, I saw that smelly guy put in the combo lots of times. It's 00003.
Perfect. So now we can unlock it and set the pets free. Meow. Always wondered what he said there. All right, Penny, we did it.
Don't worry. I'll make sure the pets get back to the pet pavilion in one piece. Check it out sometime to learn all about pet training. After they're safe, I'll go to the headmaster's office and complete my enrollment. Come find me when you get a chance. For right now, though, go tell the guard outside what's happened here.
Can do. Yeah, pets are another big part of the game. They can actually cast spells using their happiness stat, which is, whoops. Which is down here. You click this, and it's got happiness, and then it can cast spells for you if you level them up enough. So we'll talk to the sergeant.
You save the pets and a young student, not bad. But our work is just beginning, and I need all the help I can get.
Speaking of which, your pet has gained enough experience, XP, from this quest to level up. As pets level up, they can learn new talents. With this talent, you can command your pet to attack. Select your pet's power card before you choose your wizard's action for the turn. This talent costs a bit of your pet's happiness each time you use it. You can increase your pet's happiness by feeding it pet snacks.
I've got alarming reports from Cyclops Lane and Triton Avenue, and I haven't heard anything out of Firecat Alley. So, where do you want to start?
I'll actually start with all three. So we've leveled up Constable George to teen, so he has Death Assist, which is 45 death damage, and Baffle for the pet derby. And we get 3 pet snacks. So I'll just accept all 3 of these. Trouble on Triton Avenue.
Triton Avenue's been overrun by the undead. I'll I don't have any guards left to try and deal with it either. You're not the first student to offer help. 2 wizards named Griffinbane went in a little while ago, and there was another named Grimwater. But none of them have come out, and I've gotten no word. Can you help me try to find them? Good luck, and above all, be careful.
Well, I'll try my best. A good day to Cyclops. Sir, your voice acting broke. There's a part of the city we contracted out to the Cyclops Legion, appropriately called Cyclops Lane.
But their leader, General Achilles, proclaimed an edict outlawing all things with more eyes than he, and forced all residents out of their homes. It's strange. Achilles always seemed an honorable fella, without insecurities about his ocular limitations. No idea what could have changed his mind. Professor Cyrus Drake took this personally, as he and Achilles go back a ways, and sent his student to investigate. Let's see, I wrote his name down. Ah, yes, Nolan... Wait, Stormgate? That can't be right. Anyway, find a kid on Cyclops Lane and, well, help them.
Perfect. All that's left is Firecat Alley, putting out fires.
You say this was orchestrated by the former Death Professor? I thought he was dead. Well, all the other dead are back, so yeah, that makes sense. The whole city's a mess. The guard is completely overwhelmed. I hate to ask, but could you see if Private Quinn on Firecat Alley needs help?
Indeed I can. And as far as the side quest from Gloria, we'll grab that before we go.
Ah, you must be the new student I've heard so much about. I can see by the gleam in your eye that you're bound for great things. I want to fashion you a proper set of magical robes. They'll help you on your journeys and look good too, if I do say so myself. But the gobblers ate all my supplies. I'll need you to get some more so I can make the robes for you. I'm sure you can do it easily.
Maybe.
I'll need good cloth. Shawls from the haunted minions on Triton Avenue will serve nicely, along with fabric from Fire Elf hats in Firecat Alley. Finally, I'll need good leather. The belts the Cyclopes wear will be perfect. You can get some in Cyclops Alley. Go forth, young wizard.
Perfect, and that's everything. Yep, that should be everything. So we've got 3 main quests. Putting out the fire in Firecat Alley, Trouble on Triton Avenue, and then a good day to Cyclops in Cyclops Lane. And we're gonna end off the episode by real quick turning in the quest to Annie Shutterbug. And this is actually where I need your guys' help, because we've got 3 options for the main story, and I can obviously pick the street myself, but I'd like some interaction from you guys. Where do you think Alejandro Deathknight should begin his legend? Anyway, we'll talk to Annie.
How'd your photos turn out?
They turned out like photos.
Wow, looks like you're well on your way to becoming a professional photomancer. Just keep snapping photos, and don't forget to say cheese. Hello again, Wizard. You have quite the eye for photomancy, and I just learned about an exciting opportunity I think you'd be perfect for. The Spiral Geographic Society of Marleybone is going to publish a new magazine. They asked me for talented photomancers, and I thought of you. Go find Hubbard Gardner and Marleybone. Show him some of your pics. I'm sure he'll want to use you for his magazine.
Maybe. The 4 photos. The standard portfolio. But anyway, as I said, the story quests are pulling us in 3 different directions, and we've got to figure out which way to go. So be sure to leave a comment down there and tell me where you want to go first. Triton Avenue, Cyclops Lane, or Firecat Alley. But other than that, thanks everyone so much for watching. Be sure to do everything the algorithm requests: the like, the comment, the subscribe, all of that. And also remember, the link to the Discord, the Crowned Army Discord, is down in the description below. You can hang out with your fellow Crowned Army mates and even chat with me sometimes. But anyway, that's about it for me, so always remember to stay crowned.